Us has experienced. We're talking about stress. This month is Stress Awareness Month, so we have Dr. Anna Shire in studio with ways that we can relax. Doctor, I first of all want to talk to you about how does stress manifest itself in certain people? Because it's kind of different, right, for each person.
Yes. It tends to manifest in different areas of our body. Younger kids tend to have it in their bellies, so they'll talk about stomach aches or feeling nauseous. And as we get older, it tends to travel up either as back tension, neck, headaches, things like that. So it tends to, for a lot of people, manifest physically, but it can also be stomach ulcers or high blood pressure. So it tends to be a physical response that our body has.
And there's so many different stressors that every person kind of has. How do you know when maybe you're managing your stress well and maybe when you need to seek professional help?
So a lot of us are well able to manage low levels and moderate levels of stress. But when it starts spilling over and we're feeling guilty because we're lashing out, say, at our significant other or our kids, and we're recognizing, this is stress from work, but it's impacting other aspects of my life, that's definitely a time. Or if you're struggling with a lot of physical problems because say you're having migraines and you can't focus at work because of the headaches, and it's really due to the stress of being in that particular environment.
It feels like a lot of people are more open about talking about stress and anxiety.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk to you about that because I feel like that does kind of open that door, and maybe even just the open communication with a close friend or family, that can help relieve stress.
Absolutely. And these days, everybody, I mean, even 5-year-olds are under stress, whether it's, from school or from the expectations that even little kiddos have. But it's wonderful that we're becoming so aware and that we're using each other as support rather than feeling like, buck up and you have to have keep on that strong face. If anything, we're starting to recognize that the strongest people are the people who are open enough to be vulnerable and express like, hey, I'm not doing well, I need some help. And then that gives somebody else the opportunity to say, you know what, I've been feeling the same way too. I'm just really glad that we can talk about it because I don't know what to do. And then you can brainstorm.
What are some of the, if stress maybe this is a dumb question, but if stress doesn't get treated or you're not kind of like helping yourself get over that stress, what can that lead to?
Stomach ulcers, high blood pressure. Interestingly, there's a pretty strong connection with obesity too. When we're really stressed and we're having, almost that fight or flight response to big stresses that we have huge dumps of adrenaline and cortisol, stress hormones that promote abdominal obesity. So that really is one of the things that's driving up our propensity to becoming obese, as well as high blood pressure too. You can imagine if you have a bunch of adrenaline, your blood pressure goes up. So it's very rough on our body.
All right, we've got about a minute and a half, so tell us, how can we de-stress? What's the magic?
Other than going up to that mountaintop and becoming a
going on
monk.
vacation or something every day?
So one really good way to clear those stress hormones are by exercising. And even say a brisk walk in the middle of the day will help to flush those out if you're having stress that's occurring mostly during the workday. Sleeping at night, I know it's kind of trite. Of course, we all want sleep, but it's so hard to get sleep. But getting enough sleep is key to us resetting and being ready for the next day, full of stress. Eating well, being mindful. Mindfulness is a huge.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because I've heard a lot of people starting to do the meditation.
Yes,
even if
and
it's for
there's
10,
really
15
fantastic apps that you can get, and they'll remind you throughout the day too if you want them to. Breathe or do various things that can help you decompress throughout the day. But those apps can be helpful if you don't really know what to do. You're laying there, okay, I'm supposed to be meditating, but it'll actually talk you through it and tell you what to do and what to visualize. But also turning off the notifications on your phone that I've been DM'd, I've been so and so's emailed me.
The breaking news alerts that come through daily.
Right, I'm sure you have a lot of that, but that's just constantly being connected to the internet. That's a huge stress, and it's hard because we think of, say, Facebook as a way to decompress at the end of the day, but really it's stressing us out when we have this constant input coming to us.
They seem like such simple little tips, but they really do help.
They add up over time, right? Just like stress adds up over time. We don't realize just how many things are piling up, and then we drink coffee because we're tired, but then the coffee gets our heartbeat going. So yeah,
it's a vicious circle, isn't it?
It's a vicious cycle.
Oh man, stress.
But we can do stuff about it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. If people wanted to get more information from you, how can they get a hold of you?
Our website, drshire.com, is a great resource, both to contact myself and our therapist, but also we have tons of blog information and lots of good stuff on it.
We love when you come on. You're a wealth of information.
Well,
we appreciate
thank you.
it. All right, we'll be right back.